1-800-449-8255, Clark the Shark Show. And today's episode is not political or anything like that. Today we're going to be talking about tales from the Sharky Crypt. Ooh, scary ghost stories. Starring Clark the Shark. 1-800-449-8255. Your humble correspondent. Now, I don't know how many of you have ever seen a ghost or a specter or whatever they are. I don't even know if ghosts exist. I mean, I know there's something because, I've always believed that in the Bible, Jesus says you either die or go to heaven, hell, or purgatory or somewhere, but somehow in our reality matrix, there are spirits or something that move things in your house, and it could just be a demon taking the place of looks like the image of a person that you know, or, sometimes these things are so gnarly, dude, you can catch them on your iPhone or Android and shit. I mean, there's been all kinds of things on YouTube. Go to YouTube, man, and check out what a poltergeist in a house can do to a kitchen. And they throw forks and knives and mirrors and shit. And, they do. There's no doubt, dude, these things are real. But if you've ever seen one, usually when you see a ghost or whatever it is, a demon posing as a ghost, or maybe it's a glitch in the matrix, or it might be a UFO from another planet. Fuck, I don't know. But when you see that thing that we call ghosts in your kitchen or in your bedroom or living room, usually how it works is like this. You're looking around, you're like out of the corner of your eye, you think you see something. Then you look again and you see it, and you're like, whoa, there's a person there. And I don't know, how many people have really got a good view of a ghost. But I knew this guy that died where I live. He died about a year ago in January of 2021. He accidentally took fentanyl, and he died taking pills, like trusting street pills he got on the street. And it was really kind of controversial because there were some people who thought he was murdered or whatever, but I just think he fucked up and he took some fentanyl by, like, the same way Prince did when Prince died at 1-800-449-8255. But anyway, this guy died, and he used to live at the house where I live. And, I knew the guy, and I thought I was on good terms with him, but I always had a vibe he didn't really like me, And, but I like everyone. I'm open-minded, man. I know one time I let him borrow my car, and he never took it back. He never brought it back for like a day and a half or something. It was really, I was like, okay, fuck, that dude's never taken my car again. It caused a big vibe. And, once again, it was one of those things where I didn't cause it. I was just being nice, trying to let the guy use my car like an idiot, like I usually am, being nice. He took full advantage of it, kind of like a Democrat voter at 1-800-449-8255. But anyway, when you see a ghost, or I guess I'll call them ghosts or spirits or specters or poltergeists, you usually only see it for 1 second. And most people say, they're transparent, like translucent, and you can kind of see through them. But this one, I didn't see through them. I saw, it just looked like a regular person for like a second. And when you wake up in the morning and you're like hallucinating, you haven't had your coffee yet, and you see something weird, it wasn't like that. This was at night. I was doing the dishes out in the kitchen, and, man, I was, the light was on. There's this one kitchen light where I do the dishes in the house where I live. And I always turn this light on because I live with an old lady who's handicapped, and she's old and she had a stroke. And I leave this light on in the kitchen because the old lady can't see. My wife's mom, this is where we live. And I always leave this light on. I never turn this light off. Never. This light is on 100% of the time with me. But anyway, I'll be doing dishes sometimes. And then the light's off. And I'm like, fuck, I didn't turn the light off. Who keeps turning this fucking light off? Man, that ain't cool. Because I'm doing dishes here. And I got in a big fight. It wasn't that big of a fight, but it was almost a big fight with my wife's sister, who lives here a lot, who stays here. And I was like, quit fucking turning the light off, man. I'm trying to do the dishes. And she's like, I don't fucking turn the light off. I'm all, somebody's turning the fucking light off. Quit doing it, man, because I need to do these dishes. And, you know, my hands are all wet, and I don't want to get shocked touching the fucking light at 1-800-449-8255. So anyway, a couple of times recently in the last 3 months, this light's been going off and nobody's been there. And I'm looking around, walking down the hallway, looking doors. It's just me. I'm all alone. And Mother's there, the old lady that's 86 years old. And my wife's back in the room. And at least on 3 or 4 times now, I've gone up to my wife and I'm all, did you shut this light off in the kitchen? And she's like, no, I'm in bed back here. And I'm like, huh, what the fuck? How weird. And anyway, I'm like, huh, maybe the kitchen light switch is like, got something wrong with it or something. Because I've lived in places before where the light's gone off or the light's gone on. And I suspected there were ghosts or something. But, you know, where I'm like, whoa, dude, light went off. How fucking trippy. But anyway, 1-800-449-8255, Clark the Shark Show. The other night, I was doing dishes, and I had all the lights on. You know, I had overhead light. I had 3 lights on. I was doing the dishes. And then I turned 2 of the lights off because I don't want to waste this much electricity. You know, I just want this one little kitchen light on will do while I do the dishes. So I walked away from the kitchen dishes to where my wife's mother was sitting in the living room, and I said, hey, Mother, do you want any, like, you know, I didn't even know why I did it. It was so weird. She was like asleep on the couch. It was like 10 o'clock at night or so. And I was asking something, just I don't even know what. It was just very bizarre. It was like I was in a trance. And then I turned and looked, and I saw the guy. And I got a good look at him, man. And he was wearing a green, like, windbreaker with a red and white flannel checkered under it. And he's wearing, like, black, dark black denim. I think I may have seen his shoes, but I definitely got a great look at this, man. I couldn't see through him. He cast shadows. The light was going against him. He just looked like a regular person standing there. And then I was like, you know, like, what the fuck? And I looked again, and he was gone. Just like that, like, fucking lickety-split. It couldn't have been 2 seconds. I'd say it was about 1.4 seconds. I saw him. And I was like, you know, just I turned again to talk to Mother. And then when I looked back, the light was off. And I was like, fucking, you know, like, holy fucking shit. I saw him, everything. And you know that those times where you're creeped out, where you can't go back in the room, you're afraid to go in your room alone. And it was like that. I went and sat next to Mother for like an hour, and I talked to my wife's sister, and I said, do you ever fucking see me turn that light off? And she said, no, you never turn that light off. And I said, now I know you didn't do it this time because you're down in your room, and my wife's not even home. It's just you, me, and Mother. And, you know, that's it, man. Clark the Shark saw a ghost at 1-800-449-8255. And the guy was looking at me. I saw his eyes, man. He looked very menacing, very threatening this time. And when he shut the light off, he's letting me know he's really here. And so I'm about ready to move out of here. Maybe not so much because of him, but yeah, man. I was creeped out this time, and I couldn't go in my room alone. I couldn't turn any lights off alone. I told my wife to get the fuck home now, because I'm not going in my room alone. And then when she and her other sister came home, I said, you fucking stay right outside this door. I'm going to leave this door open. And then I went to sleep with the light on, which I never do. I never sleep with lights on. But I was afraid to sleep in the dark. So, and then when I went to sleep, I had these weird fucking dreams, but I didn't see him in a dream. But last night, this happened like 3 or 4 nights ago. Last night, I had a dream and I saw him. And he was laughing. He was sitting on the couch, hitting his knees, laughing. And I'm all, dude, that wasn't funny in the kitchen. And he just looked at me, kept on laughing. And I'm all, no, seriously, man. If you're in this house or wherever you are, just go to your new dimension, bro. Just, I don't know where to tell you to go. But then he stood up and got in my face. He's like, what? What, motherfucker? You know, kind of thing. I'm all, dude, you're dead. I ain't scared of you. This is a dream. I don't care, you know. And we were eye to eye. And he looked just like he looked when I saw him in the kitchen. You know, he's wearing the same clothes. And I'm all, I saw those clothes, man. I saw the green windbreaker you're wearing. And he was like, he's all, I know you saw me. I'm all, fuck yeah, I saw you, dude. At 1-800-449-8255. And I just said, leave the house, dude, because you can't hit me. And then in the dream, he swung at me. But his hand went right through me. Went, you know, and I'm all, see, you can't hit me, man. And he was like, try it again with his, first he swung his right hand at me, then he swung his left hand at me in the dream. And neither of them hit me. But I felt like the wind of them. And I'm like, whoa, dude, you're getting better. But you're going to have to go, man, out to the backyard or out to the front lawn. But you got to get out of this house at 1-800-449-8255. And then I don't remember what else happened in the dream after that. But then in the morning I woke up and I was like, yeah, man, now I've seen him. Now I've seen him twice. I've seen him in a dream. And he's wearing all the same thing. I wonder if he was wearing these clothes when he died at 1-800-449-8255. Clark the Shark Show. But for all of those of you who've seen ghosts, don't be afraid to tell people, and don't think you're crazy, and don't feel all scared and sad and start crying, you're going insane, or no one's going to like you. You aren't alone. They're real. I don't know if this was really this guy's spirit that I saw. Could be a demon from hell. Could be, who knows what it is in the Matrix that we're in here on Earth. But I definitely saw something. And lots of people see him, man, at 1-800-449-8255. That stuff, Huff Paranormal, you know, all those guys with spirit boxes, they're really talking to something, man. It's real. And I could probably get a spirit box, set it up in my house, and talk to this guy, you know, and I'll prove to you. I don't own a spirit box, and I don't do ghost hunting. But this has me really interested now, you know, because I've seen, in my whole life, I think I've seen like maybe 2 or 3 ghosts. I saw one in the backyard at Redondo Beach when I was a kid. I saw it twice because it went by one window, then I went up the stairs, and then I saw it go by again. And I definitely saw that. But that one was just a white, like, blob. I couldn't make out any features, or it was just something walking in my backyard. You know, could have been an angel or a demon or whatever, but I couldn't make out who that was. And then a couple other times I've seen something, but never like this the other night, man. This was crystal clear. I saw this, no doubt about it, at 1-800-449-8255. And it scared me, man. What I was scared of was more of the unknown, like the occult. It wasn't so much like, I don't know, man. It wasn't like, it's hard to explain or understand the fear when you see a ghost. It's very bizarre. And it also does something like electrical to your brain. Like, it's almost like you're standing too close to EMF or something, or an antenna that has a lot of power. Because whatever this thing needed to take up this energy to appear, it sucked all the energy out of the house to do this. I know it did. To materialize like and appear like it did. Probably took all its effort. But I'm not saying it's the guy who died, and I'm not saying it's a demon taking his place. And I don't know what the fuck it was, man, but it was there and I saw it. And it even moved something physically in the room. It turned off the light. So that's how I know it was real. And all of you out there who see these, man, tell people about it. It's the real deal. And the Bible says Christ, some Protestants think we either go to heaven or hell and that's it. I don't think that, because that wouldn't be fair, that you can do all these sins and go straight to heaven. And by the same token, I don't think you should go to hell for doing sins that aren't that bad. Now, if you're a murderer like Jeffrey Dahmer or Timothy McVeigh or something like that, yeah, man, fuck yeah, you can go to hell for that, dude, of course. But, for fucking jacking off or some shit, why would God send you to hell for that? I mean, or saying the F word, these things, who knows? Maybe God's pissed off by them, but, I don't know. But 1-800-449-8255, Clark the Shark Show. There's a heaven, there's a hell, there's a purgatory, but then there's this other thing, dude, where people turn into ghosts or some shit, and they're in your kitchen, your bedroom, your living room, out on your front lawn or your backyard at your barbecue, dude. It's a trip. At 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show. Ghosts, tales from the Sharky Crypt. We're here at Shark Paranormal, 1-800-HUFF, Sharky. All those people on YouTube talking to Meatloaf, talking to Michael Jackson, talking to whoever who died, Brittany Murphy. I don't know if they're talking to them, man. They're probably talking to a demon. But they're definitely talking to something at 1-800-449-8255. It's real. Ghosts are real, or spirits are real, or whatever. And I think even the Catholic Church priest and official, aficionados of the church do believe in them. And I don't think Protestants believe in them. And I think Catholics are the main ones who do believe in ghosts. So if you have ghosts in your house, and probably atheists might believe in them, and who knows, Jews or Muslims might believe in them. I don't think Protestants believe in ghosts. But if you got a ghost in your house, dude, and you've seen it or it's moved shit, oh yeah, dude, you will believe in ghosts. At 1-800-449-8255, the Clark the Shark Show. I'm out, and that's the VR.